This is an interesting painting, and I want you to just take a look at it for a few seconds before we talk about it. I've looked at this painting 1,000 times. I use it in my classes. I've seen it in art museums when it's been on view. And there are so many subtleties. But one of the assumptions that I made, not as an art historian, but just a viewer of art, is that what I was looking at on the plate was a piece of meat, like a piece of ham with an eye in the center. And when I first showed it in one of my classes, I said, okay, who's going to tell me what they see? And someone raised his hand and said, that's a big old pancake on the plate. And I would have never considered that it was a pancake. Is it a material distinction? Maybe, maybe not. But he was so sure that it was a pancake, and I was so sure that it was a piece of meat. While it might seem like a really subtle distinction, it's not. If you think about something like eyewitness testimony, well, he was wearing a red sweater. No, he was wearing a blue sweater. That's a big difference. And one of the things that reminded me of the Magritte painting, there was a crime scene in Texas, and they were speaking to a witness, and they said, what did he look like? What did the suspect look like? And the witness said he had a cowboy hat on. So everyone was looking, and in Texas lots of people wear 10-gallon hats. So they were looking for a suspect with a cowboy hat on. Well, it turns out the suspect was wearing a Dallas Cowboys cap. So the choice of words, it wasn't a cowboy hat, it was a Dallas Cowboys hat. The idea of saying what you see and being sure about what you say, that's how communication lines can get crossed. And another interesting thing about that Magritte painting that I found fascinating, one of the wonderful things about writing a book is people write to you. They read your book and they send you their own observations. And I received an email from a woman who said, has anyone ever told you when they look at that painting and describe it to you that the fork to the right of the plate is turned upside down and the tines are facing into the table? I had never noticed that. Looked at the painting 1,000 times. And again, material difference? No. Critical? No. Important? Yes. It's one of those details because if someone said to me, describe the silverware in the painting, I would have said you have a knife and a fork. And sometimes it's those very small details of the tines facing the table that can bring a whole case together or crack a case or be that one detail that brings all the other pieces together.